taken wins over Take, Double, and as well as Pekos. So I don't know. I think he might be playing possum, like you said, with Obake. Like he's like, oh no, I'm kind of nervous.
Well, here you see here Piyohiko. Favorite character Zafina is what it's listed there, right, from Tokyo, Japan. Started playing way back in 2020, but you know, Tekken that he started on was way back in Tekken 5. Player influenced him the most is Dejan, the Marduk from Pakistan. And his hobby, you can see him right there in the picture, is a little alcohol. You know,
just a little.
That's what it is, man. But you know, you see this regional ranking, it was 17th, right? Obviously, we had a top 16 prior to this. He was 17th, but you know, due to some technicalities, he's in here. And just like that, made his way into this top 8 and now has an opportunity to go all the way to Amsterdam. So, huge opportunity for him.
And now moving on here, Matsuba again, 13th rank here. Favorite character is that Steve Fox. So maybe he's going to bring it out because he said he wanted to pick his favorite character here, or the one that suits him the best. So Steve Fox can be one of the characters he brings out. He's been playing since 2019, started with Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Player that influenced him the most was Nobi, and he loves music. So I cannot wait to see how Matsuba is going to try and solve the puzzle in front of him that is Piyohiko, because he's very offensive. Like he's all gas and no break. So I wonder how he's going to tame him.
That's awesome. Of course, we got an 019er versus an 020er. You know, we'll see which one comes out on top. Veterans of the game. But Matsuba, you know, obviously mentioning had the Steve character that we saw Steve Portman, but we've seen mainly Julia out of him, right?
Yes, we have seen him use. That's what got him this far in the tournament. He was really good with that Julia. He's gotten wins. He actually was in that pool with Obake, and he was actually one of the leaders to actually get a lot of wins over Chikurin, Hakayo, and same with Obake. So his Julia is not one to look past. So I'm excited to see if he brings out the Julia.
But in this interview we just heard, he just talked about using his soul character, right? I mean, is the soul character the Julia or is it the Steve Fox?
It's the mix-up. I don't know, Rip. We're going to have to find out and see, because he did, those were words that kind of resonated with me too. Like, no one just says like that. Like, I'm just going to use the character that resonates with me the most, right?
With my soul.
And
in my soul, Steve Fox is my favorite character, but I'm going to play Julia Chang.
Julia.
You know, like,
hey,
what?
Julia's asking for spirits, right? Spirits give me strength, right? So who knows? Right? Could be.
Interesting.
Then he brings out Feng. I don't know.
Oh, boy. Yeah, wins were resonating with my soul, so I decided to go with wins.
So we're going to go with Feng Wei here. We'll just see. But, yeah, if you guys have not seen Piyohiko, you guys have to see him. He's very innovative with his offense. And shout outs to Twilight. He did exchange words with Piyohiko and asked, like, why do you use, like, of all the characters, how come you're resonating with Xiaoyu? He goes, oh, it's purely out of warfare. It's to tilt my opponent. And, I mean, Xiaoyu, she can be very tricky to deal with. So I would say it's an A+ in my book with that strategy.
I feel like we don't really see Xiaoyu players try to tilt their opponents anymore either. So I love that thought process there. You know,
right?
Your character
that is true.
When your character has that ability to break your opponent's mental just by, you know, either evasion or whatever, you have to take advantage of that, especially in the tournament format, especially when it's just first to 2 games.
Right, yeah. That is the art of war, right? You know, just might as well use the characteristics of that character to your advantage. We're about to load into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is the first of Pool B in Matsuba versus Piyohiko here. Again, we talked a lot about Piyohiko. Let's throw it over to Matsuba again. You know, very stoic as ever. He was also very, I would say he had that calm confidence when he came into the top 16, because he said he put in the work, and he's also asked help. He sparred with a lot of players, and hopefully his hard work is going to pay off here.
Yeah, Matsuba obviously one to keep an eye on here. And in this group, the 2 names that, you know, the general Tekken world is most familiar with is going to be Ao and Nobi, right? Like, they're the 2 names. If you saw this group, you say, oh, Ao and Nobi, they're the 2 who's going to make it out. I mean, that would have been true like 7 years ago, right? Nowadays,
I would say 7 minutes ago when Raichu's out. Like, I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah, it's a good point. I was going to say, you know, 7 years ago, sure. But nowadays, you know, obviously the Yamasa boys, they aren't placing as well as they used to. Ao has been doing pretty well overall, but we've seen in this format, like we just saw with Raichu, you can be, you know, the top guy that everyone expects to win, and just one game lost in this group can cost you everything, right? Like, no lead is safe here. You have to play every single set to its maximum potential. Like, and when I say, I mean, you don't want to lose a game to anybody.
And that's kind of scary because you have to play with that urgency where it's like you have to go super dominant and not afford yourself with one loss, because you could say the track record that Rangchu walked, it was actually pretty good. I don't know, maybe it might be recency bias, but like the way he was able to dominate, and then he just lost that one. Oh god, I saw Feng, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. They're button checking, I know, but who knows.
Okay.
But the way he was able to dominate so far, and then for that one loss to resonate with him that long, it's just that's the game, that's the type of format for you to be able to qualify for the TWT offline. So I think that's what they know here. That's why they're doing the button checks. They know that no one is safe at all. It's like the Thanos' snap, man. You're not sure what's gonna happen. You're just hoping you won't disappear.
Damn, he's got all the colors right there. Blue ball top, white, pink, and red buttons mixed in there.
Yeah.
Man, this should be interesting. I'm very curious to see Piyohiko. I think he's the interesting storyline here, because he's the guy, you know, who just missed the cutoff, but then got in and has made the most out of it so far, right? So if you see him even make the top 4 here, that's gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, I hate to say storylines, right? That's an interesting storyline to follow, because me and Weemaru were like, he's not even supposed to be here, and he's 2-0ing people like Double, Take. So I think that's the new meta, Rip. It's like the least is expected of you, the more you can thrive, because again,
you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose. Exactly.
All you can do is make a name for yourself, right? So that's the best position to be in. So, you know, I'm really interested to see how far Piyohiko can go. And what?
We got one right, but that
didn't I just say every game matters, man? Every game. Negan versus Feng Wei. Is this another button check?
I'm not
There's
sure,
no way.
but Piyohiko, there was one time in the ICFC he did bring out the Negan, but I mean, you know, his Ling was better, but no, this is a
They're
real
playing,
game. So
yeah.
now Matsuba bringing out the Feng Wei. Okay.
Oh
we're
my
in this
gosh.
map, Rip.
Yeah, game
Winning
on.
resonates with him. That's the soul character. It's winning.
That's what he's talking about, right? It's like, I'm gonna go with my soul today. Whatever my soul says will get me the victory. That's what I'm picking.
It's Feng Wei. And now Feng Wei giving Piyohiko a hard time to get out of this wall situation. Shoulder to close it out.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Well, I'm throwing my notes out the door. I was watching Top 16 last night. Ooh, yo, Julia is like this, like that, but going with the Feng. Piyohiko now with this Negan. Yeah, go for it.
No, I was gonna say that. Obviously, you had a chance to take notes of commentary, but at the same time, the players had weeks to take notes on each other.
True.
So this is the mix-up right here. You're like, I know I gotta play this guy. I'm not gonna give him my Julia. I'm not gonna give him my Linger Marduk. I'm gonna give him the Negan. I'm gonna give him the Feng Wei.
And he's giving him the works here. Piyohiko has that rage, but can he even spend it? Oh, wow. Good fishhook check by Matsuba. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a mix-up.
The other thing you got to remember, too, is that Japan was, I believe, the first region that had their top 16 qualifier. So they've had the most time, you know, between their qualifier for top 16 and top 8 to prepare for their opponents.
That is true. And so far, this Feng Wei has been working out for Matsuba. Piyohiko has not gotten his Negan started out just yet. Again, Negan, you know, you have to really play with his range, play with his plus frames here. He has not gotten that out just yet.
Ooh. Get over here.
It's the grab.
Intimidation stance throws. Yes, sir. Rage mode. Matsuba, the blue stuff resplat combo. Doesn't even need to completely get the full combo. 3 rounds straight for that Feng Wei.
Okay, and you saw that look in Piyohiko's face, Rib. I'm going to bring it back to that point. You want to be able to pick your soul character to start out with. And the Negan, I don't know if he's soul buddies with Piyohiko here. Like,
you can hear character select right now, right? And this was the problem I talked about for Piyohiko, right? We knew Ling, Marduk, Katarina, maybe Zafina were potentials, and instead we got the Negan. And we've got 5 characters to choose from in a format where losing one game can really screw you, like we just saw in Group A. It's a problem. So Piyohiko, he's got to find a character and stick to it and make it work. And already down a game here.
Yeah, and hopefully this doesn't haunt you, because like Rangchu being the case study here. Yeah, going with the Ling, and if he dominates here, this is going to be tough, because he's going to have to hope that this loss won't bite him in the butt in the future. But now this is the Ling Xiaoyu. This is the plastic love outfit, the city J-pop that he's known for. So let's see this Ling go unleashed.
Man, nice sidestep to start things off from Matsuba too. But okay.
Low. Piyohiko here with an innovative offense, tried to jump over for a setup there. That's going to get punished with a cloud kick. And now Piyohiko going to try to find the wall here.
I like to whip for some damage there. The first setup didn't work out.
Gotta watch out for that Kenpo stance. Matsuba Still trying to stalk his prey here. Piyohiko.
Nice.
Ooh.
Wait.
Unable to get the Tiger Club. No. Headbutt closing out. It's a setup. Matsuba
Yeah,
said he got
Piyohiko, you know, he went for the side step forward there, so if it was a little bit earlier, could have had to counter it there, but the headbutt definitely beat her out there.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Good call out there by Matsuba here. He's able to snipe out that low and finds the wall here.
Damn, Feng is good. Man, the side step fours right now working out, and Matsuba looking to take a 2-0 lead to start out the group.
This is a strong showing by Matsuba here. Piyohiko can't afford any more losses. He wants to be... This is his sole character. He needs to be able to make this work. Drops the heel. Oh, but Matsuba's ready for that punish. It just seems like he's ahead of Piyohiko for like a few steps here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Look at it. Prepared for the high. Are we getting the balcony break? Or are we keeping it? We're keeping it. Oh, boy, that might be it.
Uh-oh. Follow it up. Nice. Piyohiko can work for a comeback here. Matsuba couldn't pull the trigger there. Uh-oh. New kick. Unable to follow it up. Piyohiko still staying alive for
still alive. The drive. And we're taking the balcony. We're going for a wall setup here.
Wow. Sidewall setup.
The throw.
It's not
I
yet.
can't believe it. I cannot believe he brought back that whole round. He's sitting up in his chair. He's leaning in. He's got the game lean going. Piyohiko.
He's wired in, man. This is his character. Matsuba has got to stop the momentum from coming in. Uh-oh, Piyohiko trying to drown him with the offense.
She got to do counter it while standing too. Piyohiko sends him to the wall. Running 3 combo. Hey.
Ooh, double lows. Matsuba, though, cloud kick to close it out.
It's not over. Piyohiko fighting back. Counter it down back 3.
Man. It's insane how he's able to make that comeback happen. Now we're at final round here. Matsuba still has the victory ahead of him, but Piyohiko gets punished by the firecracker whiff.
Uh-oh. He's going to need another rocky comeback. Oh, it's not going to happen. Wait.
Oh. Hang on.
If he made that one happen, bro.
Oh, that would have been crazy. But Matsuba knows that that was a close one. Jeez, the wheels were slowly turning there, and it brings back our point with the Negan matchup in Hammerhead. Yeah. If the Xiaoyu started out, could have warmed up at the start, and it would have been all gas and no brakes for Piyohiko. But unfortunately, he wanted to experiment there. It didn't quite pay off, and Matsuba gets the first win here in the pool.
Yeah, that's probably going to be something he looks back on when we look back at the end of this group. But Piyohiko loses the first set 0-2 there. Matsuba gets the 2-0 victory. So Matsuba, he's chilling right now, right? But as we saw with the ranked you, even a single 2-0 doesn't mean anything. You can still get eliminated out of the group. So it's not done for either player yet. Piyohiko, he's going to have to pick it up, though.
Yeah, and let's talk about that comeback because honestly, I feel like Matsuba was also kind of scared here because you saw the confidence coming out of Piyohiko trying to force like back turn mix-ups, launches here and there. The rising options were all hitting. So I think, yeah, Matsuba was able to warm up already and got into that flow. It was too late already for him. So Matsuba starting off real well here, getting a 2-0 over Piyohiko here at Pool B.
And I think once that comeback round happened, I felt like that's when Piyohiko's Ling was like at full strength. You know, like sometimes you switch character, you need that round or two to really like fire up the character and remember everything you want to do with it to establish your game plan. But it's way too late at that point, especially in this format. So Piyohiko, he's got to decide for his next match, whoever it's going to be, whether it's Ao or Nobi. He's got to decide what character am I going to go with from the beginning and make the right choice. Because as we mentioned, he's got like 5 characters to choose from.
Yeah, it's character analysis paralysis, right? You got so much to work with. Maybe you're labbing, you figured out this certain matchup, but you can't go wrong with your original main character. Well, I mean, Zafina's his favorite character, but the Ling, right? That's what got him to the dance. And even though like he did say, the recent changes kind of affected him, not enough to really phase him because he got notable wins in online tournaments like ICFC. So I think that when it comes down to it, he's got to stick with it. So now we're going to move on to Ao versus Nobi. So let's go.
Young man Ao out here. In the shorts.
Ooh, there we go. Got the banner of the Topanga. Let's go. Got the pose. And also a big question. Not to mention Ao has a plethora of characters. He's also been kind of experimenting with the Feng. What's interesting, Rip, is that he actually won this against Chiri Chiri with a Noctis.
Oh, that is very
I don't
interesting.
know what he'll be bringing out here. Ooh, I'm excited for this entrance.
Tekken is a Japanese game. Yamasa Nobi.
Quote him on that, ladies and gents. Oh, the stare down. He's looking up, he's looking down.
Damn,
Where is he?
Double checking that the eyebrows are still there. Let's go, Nobi.
Even in his interview, man, he's a character. So yeah, we will be talking to them in just a bit, ladies and gentlemen. But this match, Rip, we were talking about it off camera. We were saying like, dang, this could have been the finals, right, for this pool,
Right.
but we're getting it now.
Yeah, we get it early out here, right? These are the two big names. This is a run back of EVO 2015 Grand Finals for Tekken 7. And like I said, 7 years ago is when these guys met. Nobi won that exchange, right? This is the run back, essentially.
Wow.
7 years later, you know,
Dude,
7.5 years
Tekken
later,
lore,
even.
man.
It's awesome.
You gotta let the time pass for that rivalry to kind of brew, and what better stage to settle on but here. So let's head on over to the
意気込み
interview.
としては、今年その先ほど福士さんがおっしゃられてた連帯率っていうところで、多分今年は僕が一番活躍してると思ってます。そこは自負してるんで、まあこの勢いのままに、突き抜けてオランダ行けるように頑張りたいと思います。のびさんは本当今年の TWT はもう五分って言っても過言ではないぐらい接戦がすごい続いてて、結構因縁の対決も多くて、てかじゃんけんしたんですよ。そのワンピース B を選ぶ。
probably the most successful in terms of consecutive wins this time, so I'm going to keep doing my best to keep the momentum going so that I'll be able to go to the finals in the Netherlands.
応援よろしくお願いいたします。
And I hope that you cheer me on.
はい、こんにちは。ここまで結構やることをやってきたんですよ。その配信終わった後に別のこの大会に向けた練習とかを基本的にはやってきたので、その部分が出せれば勝てるんじゃないかなと思ってます。青とは
This year has been quite busy for me because once I end the stream or I end an event, I'm usually practicing for another event. So I'm hoping that I can take all that practice and win this event.
There you have it, folks, and the hard work for both these players. Again, the consistent work ethic of Nobi is going to be tested, and also the momentum of Ao, since he had a lot of consecutive wins, and he placed really well in Topanga League, and he's always a constant threat in a lot of tournaments. But I think I would say this is the same context. It depends on the character they pick to start things off.
I think it's not only the character, but it's also the format, right? Like, obviously, at this level of the game, anyone can win or lose one game, you know, and so it's not a surprise to see Nobi or Ao take one game off the other, and that might come back to bite either one of them. So on the other side, getting a tool is great. You know, they could definitely do that to each other as well. But let's take a look at these player cards, guys. We're going to look at Ao first here, out of Tokyo, Japan, 10th place in the regional rankings. His favorite character currently is that Kunimitsu, formerly used to be that, Kunimitsu 2, sorry. I mean, I don't know anyone who likes Kunimitsu 1 that much. Started playing in 2010, which he was, you know, he started playing back then. He was also, came out to America with WCG back then because he was already a top player with the Elisa. So right out the gate, strong player. Started playing Tekken way back in Tekken 3. Which player influenced you the most is Hamaha? And his hobby is jogging. I did not know that. A jogger. Ao is a jogger.
Jogger. Dude, jogging, that builds mental resilience. No one wakes up and like, hey, I'm looking forward to jogging. It's like something you got to do, right? But putting it up there, that means this guy is mentally strong. Ao, ladies and gentlemen, also in the 10th place spot with a lot of points. So, again, we're going to move on to the 6th place spot in 600. Wow, Anna is his favorite. Oh, right, yeah, that's the lore. He loves Anna.
Really?
Yeah, Nobi. Yeah, he loves. Yeah, there's this interview where he wants Anna to. Yeah, Anyway, he loves Anna. Anyway, he started with Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. You can resonate with him there, and he loves his hobby is playing with dogs. So we got a dog lover here. So I'm excited to see this matchup, especially Nobi. You guys are buddies for sure. You guys have a lot to talk about.
Wait a second. Started playing in 2015. That's not true. What?
That's not true, dude. That's not true.
That's completely false. There's maybe like 2005 or something, dude. There's no
Someone
shot.
added a 1.
Yeah, there's no shot that's 2015. There's no shot. No shot that that's true. Yeah. But anyways, Nobi obviously very strong competitor out here. And this matchup going to be very important for the entire group. Of course, as we talked about earlier, this could have been the finals of the group in a sense, because these are the two biggest names out here. But we saw Matsuba come out super strong already with that Feng Wei. Nobi, we have seen rocking a Feng Wei recently as well, but traditionally we're used to seeing the Dragunov or the Steve Fox out of him. Ao, we've seen a lot of Kunimitsu lately, but also has the Miguel back there. You mentioned the Noctis. Formerly way back when they had that Evo 2015 match, it was Elisa versus Dragunov, right? So Elisa was his character back in 2010 as well. That character still very good, but not a character we see out of Ao a whole bunch.
I'll be honest, he also has a Negan. So he brought it out in an online tournament, but I don't know if, that's going to reward them, because I feel like with this type of format where experimenting doesn't reward you as much as playing your main. I feel like maybe he should stick to his familiar character. So yeah, maybe the Noctis will come out, maybe the Kunimitsu. I could make a strong case for that since he's won so many tournaments with that Kunimitsu. Nobi as well. I mean, everyone, like you said, like not much people have been, using Dragunov as much, but he's been kind of still rocking it here and there. And he's also gotten notable wins with that Steve Fox. So it's really a toss-up between those four characters, I think, for me.
Yeah, and even Matsuba, we saw his player card when he said his favorite character was Steve Fox, and he said the player that influenced him most was Nobi, right? So it was like, Nobi and Steve Fox, of course. But we'll see whether Nobi does actually bring out the Steve here. And this, again, whichever character they choose is going to be crucial in this format. Man, it's a lot of pressure. And is it just me, or does that Yamasa jersey say Tekken 5 on it?
It does. It says Tekken 5 there. That's
what is that about?
I'm not sure.
Like I was curious if it's like Tekken 5 or it's like Tekken S or something,
I thought it was S too. I don't want to say anything because I'm really bad with numbers. I was like, yeah, that's a Tekken 5 that's on there. But just adding context to this, Nobi was actually in Pool C. He was with Pena and Kagemaru, and Bikun was actually the one to get the most points since Bikun got a victory over Nobi. So he actually came in as the second placer in his Pool C. So that says a lot with the level of Tekken coming into this. And I would say Ao had the match of the night with Chiri Chiri or Kompaku, because he needed to get a 2-0 just to qualify. So he was able to get that. And I think, when push comes to shove, Ao can bring out the Noctis or the Kunimitsu and just pull off a miracle.
Exactly. But, I feel like the player history here, like, I wonder how much history there's recently versus in the past, right? Because obviously Nobi had his number in the past. So it could be one of those things where it's like, oh, man, I always lose to Nobi. He's got a little bit of a mind block against them. But recently, I think that Ao's been very strong again. And I remember there was kind of this period where Ao kind of disappeared for a little while, right? And then he kind of resurfaced. And I think the past year and a half online, 2 years, we've really seen Ao grow into the Ao of old again, which is so cool to see. But it is going to be the Kunimitsu from Ao and the Feng Wei from Nobi.
It's the soul character, man. It's Feng Wei. It resonates with a lot of these players. And Ao getting his own version of a patch update here. Once he came back on the scene, he has been on a tear. So let's see how this match is going to go underway.
And we know that Nobi has a lot of experience against Feng. Obviously, Yamasa Yu, one of the best Fangs in the world as well.
What's terrifying here is that Nobi aggression playstyle, right? Accompanied with Feng. Wow, empty jump there just to avoid the low. Ao in a slight deficit here as the seconds burn down, but Ao just needs to get warmed up a little bit with this Kunimitsu.
Yeah, great call out there with the hop kick, and this should be an easy wall carry. Oh, and the full crowd sweep afterwards. Ao with the first round.
Yeah, good calculation there by Ao. Knew that he can get that low if he stays there, and just followed it up at the end there. So Nobi eating a lot of hits, but hop kicks his way out of the aggression of Ao.
Good stuff. Man, the low parries and the low callouts in general from Ao are on point right now.
Yeah, that's the confidence he's playing with. Nice, dude. He doesn't want to touch his legs at all. So Nobi is getting pieced up here. Back turn here against the wall. And now Ao wants to still seize the momentum, but the counter hit.
Wow, he survived and stuffs the blue stuff.
Oof. Back and forth, Rip. And we said that this could have been the main event for Pool B, but we're getting spoiled now with this matchup. So far, evenly matched are both these players.
Wow, that is so fast.
Yeah, just the sheer fact that Nobi couldn't even react to it. So Ao has been on the money with that. Not going for the death mills just yet, so just goes for the first hit. Nobi now a little bit into rage, but let's see if he can make this work.
Dude, from downtown, down forward 2. Balcony break. Is it enough? It is enough. Smart stuff.
Yeah. Ao, ladies and gentlemen, slowly but surely able to get that third round, but Nobi cannot count him out just yet. Ooh.
Hey. Man, the counter down by 3 is adding up here. Dude, the low parries from Ao.
This is big. Also breakable wall inbound, but side splat saves him. Ao now has rage. Back turn Feng trying to go for that low. Nobi takes it to a final round here, Rip.
Yeah, Nobi adjusted his seat. Final round, game 1. Holy moly, what a call out to start off the round.
Yep. Ao, ladies and gentlemen, stands for aggression and offense. Whoa!
Oh my, yo, he's bringing out the tricks.
He is. Oh no. Could it be a
Finish the strings, of course. That string is so cheap. The down forward one, especially with your opponent's back to the wall. Ao solidly closes out game number 1.
He knows,
Empty
man.
jump low, bro.
Dude, it worked out. You know what? It was being very fundamental, you know, respectful at the start, but the empty jump low, the Kunimitsu shenanigans started coming out. He out-aggressive Nobi, and now Nobi put in a tough spot here because every loss here hurts real bad. So, I wonder. Yeah, I think he went for stage select here.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'm a believer in Nobi's Feng. Obviously, Nobi's a great player. He can use multiple characters, etc. But I haven't seen the Feng win for him yet. You know, I've seen him pick the Feng, but I haven't seen the victories come out of it.
Usually you'd think like it's a feeler character, but he's going to lock in with the Feng. Usually, yeah, he goes to the Dragunov, the Steve. But the Feng, not much notable wins. So we're going to see if that can be rewritten here.
Yeah, it's time. Let's see. Man, good solid step. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just a constantly moving target here. Nobi cannot pin him down, but that's one of the strengths of Kunimitsu. Her backdash is excellent, the movement, and the way she can approach you, too.
Yeah, and you see Ao continually backdashing and side step left. Ooh, look at that step left again, too.
Yeah. The more he does that, though, he's giving Nobi a chance to splat him against the wall here. Good follow-up by Nobi. Just gives him a little bit of rage, and now Nobi, can he close out round number 1?
Wow, wow. And Ao was fishing with that down for 2 out of range, and Nobi's still ready for the punish.
He's starting to believe in the Feng. Sweeps him low. Oh, just conservative pokes so far. He's really respecting Ao's offense here. Does not want to get counter hit at all on the approach. So let's see.
I hate that 10-string started from Feng. Everyone gets hit by it.
Ooh, okay. Good escape and good evasion by Ao. He's trying to march him down and bully him towards that wall, but Ao has other plans.
Yeah, no break this time.
Less than 30 seconds left on the clock, and now it's Ao that has rage here. So let's see if he can spend it wisely. Nobi trying to look for his mark.
Man, I swear he's got the counter on those down back 2s, but he's not pulling the trigger. Counter it down back 3. Let's go. Nobi.
That has been paying off so much for Nobi, that down back 3. So let's see if Ao's going to catch on to it. Good float by Ao. He's going to take things towards that wall.
And Nobi poke game working on much better this time, but there's the side step left. This time the down 4-2 for the punish.
Jeez, Rip, we're going wall to wall here. Ao knows that he's down 2 rounds, wants to at least get 1 in.
Oh! I don't know if he hit a button. Yeah, I don't think so. 3 rounds straight for the Feng win. See, that's what you got to do as a commentator. Sometimes you got to say, like, yo, I've never seen this Feng win. Boom, 3 rounds straight, Nobi. Tie up the set, 1 apiece.
Are we getting piped in? I feel like they're piped in. Like, they hear us. Like,
this is the power.
Rip and Poch saying, I don't have a Feng win. What was that? 3 rounds straight up against the Kunimitsu of Ao. That's that was actually very convincing. The way he was able to control Ao and kind of like make him respect Feng Wei. I mean, how many down back 3s have hit, right? So he's catching him at the right timing.
The interesting thing about Nobi's Feng is that he doesn't really use the back Kenpo.
He doesn't. Yeah, that's true. That's true. maybe it's going to come out now. There's a lot of space to work with here.
Like, he definitely utilizes Feng's poke mix-up game. That's obviously one of the big strengths of Feng. But that back Kenpo step by itself, right? You don't even have to hit a button out of it. Just the back Kenpo by itself is so powerful. And here we go. Ow. Going back to what got him a lot of mileage in the first game, right? That low parry, the low blocks.
Now we're playing with no walls here. Oh,
What?
wow. Just a little. Could have punished severely there, but Ao's still undeterred. Staying at range 0 here, but now backing away. Let's see who's going to make the approach first.
Yeah, set dash cancel for the full crowd sweep. We've seen it a few times. A lot of success for all the Kuni players today.
Man, that's signature. One of the best moves out there. Just to close out rounds and close out the distance.
Rage mode Nobi here. And beautiful.
Round 2.
Yeah, Ao playing like this hit and run playstyle like Death by 1,000 Cuts, but now he's going to go all in with the double knees.
Wow, but drop the combo.
Ugh, okay. Could have optimized it there, but he's still on that life lead, but you don't want to give Nobi any type of momentum or any break at all.
If you guys are watching, just tuning in, this is an offline event. You can, that's why you see the player cams there.
Ooh. Getting a little too aggressive here, Nobi. Still stoic as ever. Good punish so far on his side.
Yeah, there's definitely some hard reads from Ao here in the wild end, and once he's going to do it, okay. 1 round each here, final game.
Fight.
Well, let's see how Ao is going to try to adjust here. He still has to play around with the big walls here, but wow, able to pick up from the back 4. And
Got
now
the duck.
Nobi again. Beautiful.
And that's the thing, right? Ao has been looking for a lot of fuzzy low defense. So whether it be low parries or low blocks, obviously he's ducking quite a bit here. And Nobi finally made him pay for it. Oh my gosh, the step left though.
Beautifully
man,
timed by Ao.
He was so off axis though. He didn't get anything after the screw attack, and that's the round. Nobi on set point.
Dude, it was just a back and forth scramble there, but Nobi able to pick up the pieces at the end there. I mean, the movement was great, a little off axis, but Nobi, you cannot, just whiff anything in front of him or commit a mistake.
Man, it seems like Ao is having such a hard time stopping Nobi's approach now.
Yeah, it just seems like he
Bastard low.
all the right lead. Jesus Christ. Rip Nobi. Yeah, this is what's so scary. Yes, maybe the first round was just to get a feeler, but now Ao granting him rage.
We're going to a final round. Ao versus Nobi.
Uh-oh.
We got a hopping vertical.
Jeez. Okay, just alleviate a little bit of the pressure. Ao now. How much
Step left, down forward 2. Here's the combo. Can we get one that screw attacks and does the combo afterwards? Yes, finally.
Okay, this is big. Ao needs to look for more of those, but Nobi so far winning in the poke department.
And he punished the down forward 1-2. That's what got him killed in the end of the game number 1 earlier.
Everyone's holding their breath here, trying to go for that set 2. No one home there. Nobi.
Counter it, down back 3. Mixes blocked. One more poke will do it. No, down forward 2, and Nobi gets it done the Feng way. Winning for Nobi. 2-1 here.
The dominance continue. We talked about the storyline from 7 years ago. Nobi still technically has his number there. It was quite close. Even Nobi, with a big sigh of relief there in the final seconds, was able to, implore his game plan. So the Feng Wei, I would have to say, we can now tell people that the Feng Wei got a notable win in a high stakes tournament like this.
Like I said, always, all along. Nobi's Feng, unstoppable. Never
Unstoppable.
loses. I can see why he picks it. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Steve Fox, Nobi, I never heard of that. What are you talking about?
Dragunov? Since when? Man. But no, that was a really good match. You saw afterwards, Al was scratching. He's like, what the hell, dude? I had it, But that was the thing, dude. Feng, he always makes it interesting, right? And there was the down back 3s countering when they needed to there. Nobi, he's trying to punish the down forward 1-2 from Kunimitsu. There's a third hit follow-up there, and that third hit is what cost Nobi in game number 1. But come back there in this final game situation, the 10-frame punish there from Feng, it hurts. Nobi pulled it out, and Ao did not finish the string that time. So there you see the updated leaderboards. Matsuba, of course, had that 2-0 early, so he's sitting at the top with 2 points there. Nobi now in second place, 2-1 in this set with Ao, so he's got a point. Ao just at a -1. That's not terrible to start things out here. But Piyohiko, he's in a bit of trouble at that -2 spot, right? He's got to get some 2-0s to really have a chance to make it through this.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pull up. Well, actually, pull out all the stops next. So, we did get word that it's gonna be Nobi versus Matsuba. So it's the Matsuba, the leader of this pool, and Nobi that wants to vie for that win. So it could be the whole Rangchu situation with Pekos that can happen. So I want to say that Matsuba can chill out. Like no one can chill.
No
out.
one can chill out.
No one can, dude. Everyone is on notice. At this point, like everyone's on probation, everyone is put on the edge because we thought Rangchu, again, we're just bringing back the example here. If you guys are just joining us now, this was the tournament where Rangchu was eliminated, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Pekos and Obake to get out of Pool A. We're still got to get 2 players out of Pool B. And now next match, Matsuba versus Nobi.
Exactly, and these are the 2 leaders of the group. This is exactly the same format that we went through with Group A here, which is what makes it a little scary here, right? We'll see what happens, though. Nobi, obviously, the 2-1 start, that's what Rangchu started with as well. You know,
that is very oh god, it's the writing's on the wall.
There's no way, right? There's no way it happens twice the exact same way. I don't know.
People are gonna clip this. We could find out. But I will say this, though. Nobi bring out the Feng and Matsuba bring out the Feng. I wonder what's going to happen now. Like, are they going to go with a Feng mirror match?
Ooh, that's a great point here. Obviously, we didn't expect the Feng really from either of them. We knew they had them, but we didn't expect them. So now they may not want to run the mirror match. They may bring out their soul characters, you know?
That's a term I'm going to use now. Matsuba, the soul characters.
But even if that's the case, as we've talked about multiple times, this format is brutal if you pick the wrong character and you lose the game with it. So this game 1 here, whatever character they decide to use, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, and they might get into a point if that character doesn't work out and it's going to be tough. It's like, should I still stick with this one or should I move on to another one? Because we saw how hard Piyohiko was on himself that he picked the Xiaoyu later on, because you really feel the effects of that. So might as well start out with your character comfort, or as Matsuba says, the soul character. But I mean, Steve Fox is still there, and this is crazy because Matsuba was inspired by Nobi, and now they're facing each other. So this is probably mental advantage on Nobi's side.
That's very, very true. But let me ask you a weird question. Obviously, this could be a Feng mirror match. Do you believe that mirror matches are 5-5 matchups?
Ooh. On paper, it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be.
Hey, you tell me your thoughts on this. That's all. That's all I'm asking.
I think, it's if they're equal, it's supposed to be 5-5. I think so. In a perfect world.
The internet disagrees. Let me tell you.
They're not supposed to listen to me then. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm with you, man. It's the matchup,
right? It's
dude.
supposed to be.
The character versus the character. They have the same tools against the other characters, same tools. That's all there is to it.
Also, when it comes to like those 5-5, 6-5, you're putting on a basis that both the players have the same skill level, right? So if you're putting up against maybe a veteran player versus someone else, then maybe it's gonna shift, it's gonna skew. But then that's
a player
matchup,
versus thing,
right?
Yeah, exactly. That's not a character matchup.
Yeah,
exactly.
So what's the internet saying about? I don't know. I want to get educated. This is kind of crazy.
I mean, look,
everything's there.
Chat right now says there are 4-4 matchups. Well, okay.
Man,
I had a big argument with Tasty Steve about this last week. He's
on the other side.
Well, I'm not going to say. I don't know where he's at currently. All right, let's just leave it at that.
But I'd agree. Maybe on paper. Again, this is the first time. No one's ever asked me this, but knee-jerk reaction. It's supposed to be 50-50.
Yeah, blame Justin Wong. He's the one who started this discussion.
Oh, he did.
And then after the internet started yelling at him, he said, like, look, man, I was really jet lagged. So
that's the option select, man. I was like, hey, man, I wasn't thinking properly. But 4-4, that's interesting. I don't know. But
who knows, man?
Are you ever a fan of the mirror match? Because I don't. I love it. That's like, you love mirror matches.
I love mirror matches. Wow. Yeah, I feel like specifically for the Law mirror match, I feel like it's number 1 fun, and then number 2, I feel like it's the character that I know the most about. So defensively, I know the most about it as well. I know what beats the character the most. So I like it for that reason. Like when I play other characters, I may not know all the defensive things I'm supposed to do. So I feel like that's harder for me. See, so I actually prefer the mirror match against most other characters. Yeah.
So you don't get into the point where you're kind of paralyzed, like, oh shoot, like my opponent's thinking this, so I should do this, but he knows I'm thinking.
Oh
this,
no,
so
I just do the same thing back at them.
And it worked.
Whatever you do to me, I'm gonna do better back at you. Unless
Very
it's whiff punch
reactionary.
with 3+4, because I can't do that. But all right, it's gonna be the Steve
soul,
Fox.
the soul characters. They're coming out.
Yeah, Steve Fox from Nobi, Julia Chang from Matsuba.
Okay, all right. So now Matsuba, this was the character that brought him so much success in the pool stage and in the top 16. And Nobi, I mean, this is one of his calling card characters. Gets low parry to start things off. So Matsuba off to a great start in the early seconds of this round.
Wow. Step 1-1-2 here. Tries the weave, counter, doesn't find it. Wow, the instant running 2. That's the Nobi classic, man. I want to see some instant running 2s. I don't even care what character.
Yeah. I just
Oh no, I thought we were gonna get the Sonic Fang resplats.
No, the endless ones. That
It
make
is
to the
almost that
highlight.
position. The angle was almost there.
Ooh, here we go. Matsuba holding on to this rage for a while. Oh no, the low parry. Nobi gets the first round.
Round 2.
Yeah, poke the legs, low parry for a low follow-up, and back one to start out round 2.
Ooh, that's a rude awakening every time that back one hits counter. My goodness. Nobi now off to a dominant round number 2.
Matsuba's like, man, you influenced me so much, bro. Stop.
You feel the influence, man. It's right there.
That's rough, dude.
Yeah, oof.
You gotta play the guy who influenced you on the player card?
Damn. And you want to be able to also like show him that respect, but man, you get
And he picked the character, too.
He did. Favorite character? Nice.
There you go.
Okay. Uh-huh. There you go. He's just a man in front of you. Try to go for the mad axis. Nobi, though. Ooh, spend the drive.
A good deep from Matsuba. Bro, that was so good. I love the albatross to the down back 3 there. Finishing the string, and Matsuba is freezing up. He is freezing up right now. Nobi 3 rounds straight, running through him.
That last scramble, there was a lot of opportunities there. He had the right reads, right? But like you said, yeah, he was frozen. And Nobi just ran right through him 3 rounds straight with a Steve Fox. Yeah, Matsuba definitely has to snap out of that state of frozenness and know that, yes, he is playing his most influential player and just go for it.
You know, and he is actually going to just switch the stage here, sticking with the Julia. I don't know about that, to be honest. Like, that matchup went terrible. Maybe he just feels like he played it wrong. We'll see how it goes, but I really wish we had seen either a Steve mirror match here or a Feng.
No, the Steve Mirror match is 4-4, by the way. So.
Damn.
But yeah, that could have been interesting if he brought up the Feng. But like he said, he's going to stick to the character that resonates with him the most, and he feels like in this matchup. You can make the case for Julia in this matchup, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Julia's a great character. I just feel like, you know, when you play against your opponent and it goes that badly, you have to immediately know, like, what's wrong here. And it didn't. And the way he's defensively freezing up, I felt like, you know, it wasn't necessarily the character, though.
And just to double down on that thought, gets the 10 count. Nobi now grants Matsuba rage, but the magic 4 lands.
Yeah, it was a float conversion, beat him out of the running 2 that time. So not a ton of damage out of it, but this pixel here from Matsuba, can we get something started? I don't think so. Single jab from Nobi. And immediately sips the water, puts it back down. We're good.
Just a day in the office here for Nobi. Gets the back 1. Now trying to push for the wall here. Uh-oh. Ooh.
This is
The wild
crazy.
man ender.
It's like, why was Nobi even using Feng? His team is so dope.
That is true. I don't know why either. Dude, his Feng is crisp. But Matsuba, though, gets the war drum to flag against the wall here.
Finish it. There you go. Matsuba on the board.
Round 3. Fight.
He's waking up. So far, so good on both sides. 10 seconds already spent. They're still trying to find for something big here. But Nobi, like when he stands in the pocket like that, yeah, he just chips away at you.
Man, I was just going to say, I feel like Julia's actually has kind of a hard time against Steve Fox because of the back 1 too, right? A lot of her approach tools can be back 1, just like that.
2 in a row. Definitely a good case study for why this matchup is not in Matsuba's favor.
But here we go. Set point for Nobi to go 2-0. That would be huge for him. That would literally put him in the rank 2 position.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The rank 2 position. Can we see that? Nobi. Oh, wow. Real estate advantage on his side. Matsuba can't do anything. Oh, second time that hit.
Solid stuff. Blocks the blue, and this is looking rough. Wait
a minute. Matsuba, though, gets clipped by the low, and Nobi feeling real happy about his performance there. Why? Again, bring it back to your thought. Yeah, the Steve Fox was so good. I don't understand why the Feng came out. That was picture perfect performance by Nobi.
Yeah, they're having a good time. Nobi, big smile on his face. And at the end of that round there, Matsuba recognized Nobi was probably going to go low. He woke up ducking low, waiting for Nobi's low, but Nobi recognized that. He's like, I'm going to wait for you. Off time low, down 2-1. Smart stuff. And Nobi closes it out there. So with that, Nobi now literally has this exact same record that Rank 2 started with, right? 2-1 into a 2-0. Hopefully it doesn't end the same way for him, because right now you see it there. Nobi with 3 points, and the second place close to him is 0 points for Matsuba. Exactly like Rank 2 had it, right? Exactly.
Right.
-1 and -2 the rest of the way through there. This is literally the exact scorecard we had in Group A.
Can I just
that
say,
instance, yes.
Yeah, go. No, I was going to say that
in that instance, I think Matsuba would have been the Pecos there that came through and won at the end.
Yeah. That's true. And if we're gonna recall it, Piyohiko is in Obake's position here because his match with Nobi is gonna be very telling. And you know what? Like, nothing to lose. 0-2. Now he's all warmed up with a Xiaoyu. So I'm excited to see how that one's gonna pan out because I don't know, Steve. Deja vu. Sorry.
All right, guys. But we gotta take a short break, guys. Don't go anywhere. TWT Japan Regional Finals will continue after this. Boom.
存在するべきではない。愚かだな、風間陣。ファイト。俺は負けたのか。
おいで。ジン。
さあ全人類よ、世界を闘争で満たせ。頼むぞ、風間陣。お前を殺し全てを終わらせる。俺の血を引いていながらこの程度か。風間、俺はまた守れないのか。
もろもろのままこと罪汚れ清めましょう。
Tour Finals champion!
Get ready for the next battle.
One Tekken, baby! It's Tekken! Tekken? Come on, man! Yo, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! The WD champion is...
What's going on, folks? We are back here at the Tekken World Tour 2022 Regional Finals Top 8 for Japan. I'm so excited to be sharing the mic with Rip here. Again, we're kind of seeing the same story play out in front of us with Nobi in the Rangchu position.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You know, like, yeah, the scores are all the same, but I feel like most pools start out this way, right? I like how you said we're back here and you pointed backwards. Like, we're back here in hell. Look at the flames, you know? Like, it was really funny. Like, because you pointed backwards at it. But, no, you're right. You know, we do have the exact same scorecard that we started out with in Pool A. And Nobi is in the position where it looks like you can't lose from this. But you're up 3. The close person is 0, but we saw Rangchu lose from this position earlier today, right? So it's not over till it's over. You got to keep winning. And all Nobi has to do, I believe, is win 1 game because that's what Rangchu did not do. So versus Piyohiko, Nobi has to win 1 game. But we'll get there when we get there, right? That'll happen a little bit later. Of course, Al still has a couple more sets to play. And wow, we're not getting it later. We're getting it next. Nobi versus Piyohiko is coming up next, and that will determine whether or not Nobi makes it out, basically.
They're spoiling us, Rip. We asked for it. They gave it to us.
If Piyohiko 2-0s him, though, bro.
Are we going to act surprised? I don't know. Will we? Because it's like, it's kind of written in the walls. But this is Piyohiko we're talking about. And now I feel like he's coming back with a vengeance because he knew, like, darn, I shouldn't use the Negan. Let's stick to the Xiaoyu. If he comes with that mentality, you can make a case that the 2-0 can be possible.
I mean, he's literally in the Obake position, right? So he has the 2-0 here, and if he does, he's got a chance. And Obake made it out because of that, despite that kind of a start. So anything's possible in this format, man. Anything is possible. So good luck to both players here. But again, you know, we talked about Piyohiko. The character choice that he makes is going to be the biggest deal here. He's got to pick the right character right out the gate, and he's got to win 2-0. And he's got to do that against Nobi. So a lot of difficult questions to answer.
Yeah, and I love that we changed from like trying to predict these things to just like talking about it. We're not gonna say anything at all anymore because it's not. It's the format, guys. It's how this is made. Again, you really feel the losses here for your favorite players, and you feel the wins. You know, and shout out to Obake and Pecos. We'll be seeing them in just a bit in the top 4. But for now, like we said, the next match is going to be Piyohiko versus Nobi, the head of the table versus the Piyohiko is still looking to get more points on the board and coming to that mentality. I mean, I feel like Nobi's technically like all warmed up at this point, right?
Exactly.
Even though you said that, Rangchu with the Julia, he's been sticking with it. He could just pull off a different character here. We haven't seen the Dragunov yet. That could come out.
That would be pretty wild. Use a different character in each one of your sets for each opponent. I mean, we know Nobi has 3, right? He's got the Feng, he's got the Steve, he's got the Dragunov. We saw the Feng, we saw the Steve. Maybe it's time for Dragunov.
Could be. And when it comes to Piyohiko, we do know he has the 3. He has the Marta, Katarina, and the Xiaoyu. Hoping to bring out the Xiaoyu because if you follow like the weekly ICFC, he's gotten so much highlights with that Xiaoyu, and I feel like if he brings that kind of smoke, I don't know if Nobi's gonna be ready for it. So we'll just have to wait and see how what frame of mind Piyohiko's gonna come in with.
What do you think about his Marduk as well? Because obviously his Marduk has brought him some success in the past too.
His DF1 is crazy. Like the timing.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. Oh, and we're going back to this.
Oh, this is different. This is different. Okay.
This is how he lost the first game really badly when he started out today. And now he's going to try the Negan against Nobi. Let's see if it works out here. Nobi back to the Feng way.
We'll see. This is maybe what he was preparing for, but Nobi starting off with a 2-hit string there, but Piyohiko has not made a solid case for this Negan just yet.
Well, there's a nice forward 2 to start out here.
Ooh, sidesteps on this man.
And we're seeing a lot of sidestep left versus Feng have a lot of success here too, right?
Nobi showing he's got sidestep of his own. Oh, power crushes his way out of that wall situation. Piyohiko turning us doubters to believers in this Negan.
Negan is a very underrated character too.
There was one run in ICFC where there was just so much Negans out there. So Nobi has had his fair share of Negan matchups. So now he's going to get a sizable lead here, Rick.
Hey. Beautiful back one, counter it, finds the shoulder after it. Round count tied. And yeah, Negan just his down forward 1, his back 1, his 10-frame punish. Yeah. I mean, the down forward 2 is so good. The down back 2 being safer on block 2 is also a great change for him.
That's true. Ooh, good pickup by Nobi, and now introduces Piyohiko to this side of the stage. Piyohiko trying to battle back for center. Intimidation plus frames. Let's go. All these pokes have been landing for Nobi on the lows. Piyohiko kind of tying up the life lead here.
Wow, the running 3 from Feng to down 4. I mean, Nobi, he likes doing running attacks, man. You can't stop this guy. Feng one of the slower ones, but still makes it work.
He's very aggressive. That's why people love him. A nice punish on the DF2, and Nobi continues his onslaught of aggression here. Piyohiko hasn't solved the problem yet in front of him.
Yeah, and the thing about Negan, right, he doesn't have a hop kick, really. He doesn't have this, like, low crush that's really fast and easy to do that's very rewarding. So dealing with a bunch of low pokes is going to be a problem, and Feng has some of the best low pokes in the game. And there's the crouch dash headbutt first game to Nobi, and that should secure Nobi a spot.
That should.
It should.
Yes, it really should. Because this is his last match. This is unlike Rangchu's game where he got 0-2'd. So we can say with confidence that the math checks out. So, but what's interesting here is that Piyohiko, I think did he change characters here? Because again, as much as, the Negan is terrifying. We were saying all the benefits of him. His Xiaoyu just still hits differently. So interesting strategy here. Let's see, who does he lock in with?
It's going to be Negan again.
Okay, yeah. We are Negan. Let's go.
I mean, even just by losing that game, that might have also eliminated Piyohiko, right? So
could have been, yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know if he's giving up yet. He's just playing for fun now. But, he did get that round with Negan that looked pretty solid. So let's see if he can do better here.
He could still go for 2-1, right? Ooh. The walk towards the launch here, and now head towards. Oh, couldn't get the shank in him. Whoa.
Yeah, and even a 2-1 could make things more interesting, right, overall.
It's safe to say Nobi's in a good spot now, but Nobi playing with rage. Oh, Piyohiko denies it completely. So Piyohiko on the board.
And really slow approach here from Piyohiko.
Yeah, with Negan, like you said, it takes some time for him to start up things. Unlike Xiaoyu, she's very evasive. She's very high octane, the way Piyohiko played her in Dorm with the series. But now Nobi, just adjusting his timing. One more hit would do it for him to close out this round. But Piyohiko still fighting for his life.
And it's funny, too, because obviously he's a very patient player, Piyohiko is. But with Xiaoyu, you have all the movement to kind of hide your patience, right? You're like, look, I'm doing a bunch of stuff, right? But you're just really being patient and waiting for an opportunity. So when you're watching the Negan, he's just kind of backdashing, sidestepping, just standing around a lot. Like, look, I'm just standing.
Yeah, we're standing, trying to look for openings here, but Nobi able to break through the offense and the patience of Piyohiko, able to get that walk, but couldn't get anything out of it. Nobi, has been dictating the way this bit is going to go, but the Kempo step gets stuff there.
Okay. The forward 4-2 has actually been pretty good for him.
Let's see if he'll go back to the well with that forward 4-2. Nobi, though, just standing in the pocket here, getting those headbutts in, commanding that respect out of Piyohiko.
Yeah, he tried to size him right for the down 4-2 that time. Didn't quite get it out in time. Finished with the 1-2 forward, and Nobi just like, all right, just low poke after low poke, and just like that, it is set point for Nobi.
Dude, Nobi, really did his homework. He is just dissecting the offense, or the defense of Piyohiko at this point with this Feng Wei. Whoa, my goodness. It's all going downhill here for Piyohiko. Can he make this comeback happen? Ooh. Uh-oh. Low after low gets the grab rip. That's going to be it. Nobi getting a big victory here, going to already. That's 2 straight, 2-0. So his standings is very secure in the pool at this point.
And nicely done by Nobi. Piyohiko, though, that's a rough one. An 0-2 there for him. That's a problem. And look at this. Nobi takes out everybody in the group. So Nobi gonna come out on the first place side of this one for sure. He's gonna be on the winner side of the bracket when we get to our top 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what we talked about off screen here. You were saying like, yo, Nobi, let's see if we can make a storyline out of this. But he's writing his own storyline, so we're just witnessing what he's doing.
We'll
right?
see, man. We will see what happens.
We'll see.
I mean, look, the storyline I was hoping for originally for TWT Finals, of course, was that ranked you could try to be a 2-time champion. That's not happening here because if you guys missed it earlier, he didn't make it out of the Group A. But here we have our Group B results updated. Nobi 4 points here. Uncatch-upable for everyone else. That's definitely a word.
Yes.
Then you got 0 points there for Matsuba, which puts him in the second place here. He's got one more set against Ao. And Ao still has 2 to go, right? So the maximum points Ao can get if he 2-0s and 2-0s would be 3 points total, right? So that would be a secure finish for Ao, but he's not out of the woodworks yet, right? He's got to see what happens here with Matsuba first.
Yeah, I think Nobi, you can say he's waiting in the wings for his top 4 matches. But you have to admit now Ao and Matsuba kind of have to fight tooth and nail to secure that spot because 1 point can make all the difference here. But going up against each other, I think Ao does has had Matsuba's number. So Matsuba has to play this with a little more urgency here because that's his last match of the day, while Ao has Piyohiko and Matsuba to face.
Yeah, and the thing also is that Matsuba has the lead over Ao currently, though, by 1 point, right? So that matchup with Piyohiko is going to matter. Oh, so scores have been updated here. Okay, so things are a little bit different now, but overall still...
5, yeah.
Yeah, 5 for Nobi there. Yeah, uncatchable for anyone else right now. But the -1 and the 0 there for Ao and Matsuba, that's still the thing to look for, right? Because we need a second place finisher.
Yeah. So all eyes are on Matsuba and Ao. Piyohiko can still play kind of spoilers for
Definitely.
Ao.
Yep.
But it's still, that's everyone's just chasing after second place next to Nobi to head towards the top 4. But you have to admit, this is still very interesting because Piyohiko still has that one match with Ao. Is he going to rock the Ling? Is he not? Matsuba also, you know what? He did bring out the Feng, the Julia. Ao is the only one that's kind of been faithful to just the Kunimitsu.
Exactly, and you mentioned Piyohiko could still potentially play spoiler for Ao, and that's the thing, right? He's yet to win a game today, so he's like motivated just from that aspect. Right. He's like, I'm not going to make it out of this group, but I don't want to go out here and not win a single game against anybody. And even winning a game here could be detrimental for Ao, and that is the match we are going to get next. It will be Ao versus Piyohiko.
So I'm just wondering, I'm very curious to see if he's still going to stick to the Negan because he was he stuck with it, even though the Xiaoyu did have a little more dominant performance up against Matsuba. But I know, you grind out characters in tough situations, but this is the Tekken World Tour, man. This is regional finals. Like I don't know if this is the best possible place to bring out a tester character.
It's very odd because even today, the Ling Xiaoyu looked better than the Negan has looked throughout all the matches we've seen from him. He's only had 4 games, but in those 4 games, 3 of them were Negan, and the best looking one was the Ling Xiaoyu.
So, yeah, I would love to get the frame of mind, right, of Piyohiko, because again, I think he's gained a lot of fans and a lot of notoriety for that Ling. I mean, heck, in ICFC, there's so much highlights of him using Ling shenanigans in his favor. So we just have to wait and see. While Ao, I don't think he has to deviate too much from the game plan. He's been looking crisp. I think his toughest opponent is behind him, and at least he was able to get 1 point out of Nobi. Now he just gotta stay the course and still continue his dominance with that Kunimitsu.
Yeah, I think as long as Al wins this set, then he's in decent position. But if he gets 2-0'd here by Piyohiko somehow, that's where it's like complete disaster, right? So, you know, Piyohiko, like, based on what we've seen today, I'm hoping that he does not pick the Negan, right? Like, the Negan has yet to win a game. He's given it 3 chances at this point. 3 chances, 0 games for Negan, right? The Ling Xiaoyu lost the game as well, but it was the best looking game that we've seen out of him. He has a lot of tournament experience with the Ling Xiaoyu, a lot of highlights, as you mentioned, as well from ICFCs, etc. So I would just love to see him start out with Ling Xiaoyu here, and if not Ling, then at least the Marduk.
Yes, I mean, we were just talking about his Marduk too. Like, the way he's able to space out his opponent, catch him with counter hit. The flash hooks have been on point. His Valley Tudos, the tackles, as well as his mix up with the right or left hand, have been really good. Garase is like up there with like Yojin Boy's Marduk too. So yeah, either of those two make a strong case. Heck, even bring out the Katarina. He's actually pretty good at the Katarina as well. So I think maybe it's time to bench the Negan, especially going up against Ao, that has this also this chip on his shoulder to run it back with Nobi. Yeah, you can make the case that he should switch characters.
I just saw someone in the chat talk about whether or not the next game will have a good Yoshimitsu. I'm like, are you kidding me? Did you not play Yoshimitsu in this game, bro? Learn to play, you know. But also in this Japan top 4, we have a Yoshimitsu. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to tune in.
The character's pretty good. But yeah, here we go. We're into our next match here. Ling Xiaoyu to kick it off, and wow, the Feng Wei from Ao.
Okay, yeah, he's brought out the Feng Wei before. Not so much success with his Kunimitsu. Yes, it's pretty solid, but you're going up against the final boss of Piyohiko here, which is the Ling Xiaoyu. The crowd or the chat definitely is going to go wild for this this Ling Xiaoyu. Storming Flower to open him up to start things off.
Okay, yeah. Dude, why were we seeing Negan ever,
right? Look at that. Look, he's just hell on wheels on this character. The punishes are on point. He's on the trigger mostly, unable to punish that, but still, good start for Piyohiko. Ooh.
I'm so curious about why Ao decided to pick Feng Wei here, too.
Yeah, the Kunimitsu matchup, I feel like he's won more, but now he's, nice wake-up option there. Oh, goes low that time. Piyohiko again. He's a demon on this character.
Look, I don't want to go too far with my thoughts on this, but if you even lose one game here, couldn't that be a problem for Ao when he plays against Matsuba after this?
That's true. It would be, right?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, these players, you know, they have the best judgment. We're just here to observe, but so far it seems like on paper, the Piyohiko's Ling's been working out so far. But Ao, now maybe the Feng's warmed up.
There you go. Counter it with the down back in. Ao opting not to use headphones this time. You know, that's the old school tournament veteran status. Like back in the day, we didn't have headphones at every stage. We had to play with no sound most of the time.
He wants to hear the gasps of the commentators too. He wants to hear us gasp with this Feng Wei.
I love the back 4 fish hook to check while Ling is back turned.
You can see the Piyohiko's way more playful now, and now he sees good escape, but that is playing into Piyohiko's hand here. Down back 3 to alleviate the wall pressure. Piyohiko's still on it.
Hey, picking up and shoulder, yes sir. Down forward 1, down forward 1. Yeah, you ain't gonna AOP onto this one.
Can I say, if Ao wins this, all the Feng picks have been working out for all the players who ever picked Feng.
Wait, this is all 3 Fangs in the same group too, right?
Matsuba, Ao, and
Nobi.
Yeah. It is only Piyohiko. I'd be surprised. I won't be surprised if he picks Feng.
next game, Piyohiko might as well do it, bro.
Yeah, he should. Watch out. Finals. Oh my God! It's just the dissection and Ao just capitalizing. I would have to say on the shaken confidence of Piyohiko. Because now it just seems like Piyohiko's, he's kind of running. He's catching up with everyone that's already been warmed up.
All right, Piyohiko, now's the time. Pick the Feng way. He's character select. Feng way time. You got to do it, bro. Come on. Who's one?
No, who picked Feng? I heard Feng.
I heard Feng. Is it the mirror?
I don't know.
Come on. Come on. There's no way, right?
That's the true. Wait, we're not sure. I don't know if they can change.
Oh, you're right. That's
off
not the
bat.
game one. That's right.
Yeah.
I think it's Ling,
Could
though.
be. Okay. Could be Ling. Could be Negan. Okay.
Easy peasy lemon squeeze.
Maybe he knows Tekken 8's coming out and he knows that he has to enjoy Negan now.
It's my last chance to play this guy.
Guys, let me win with him.
Imagine he
gonna
wins the
make
set
it.
now with Negan. That would be so tight, actually.
Oh, dude, what a character arc, right? If he's able to do that. But Ao has other plans. He wants to dominate this match. He wants to get 2-0. So you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to snatch the victory out of Ao's hands if you're gonna do that with Negan.
Good trade for Ao here with that back one. Man, counter hit trades changed Tekken 7 so much.
I know, it's so good. I mean, it's just so hype. The way you said Negan was like at the end of like a Scooby-Doo episode. Negan! I would have gotten away with it too if Ao didn't get in the way. But now Ao is in the deficit. Oh, gets the splat. Oh no, wall pressure.
There you
but
go.
Nice block. Okay, Piyohiko. His mind's percolating now. Let's go. The Negan, prove us wrong.
I love that 10 frame punish as a whiff punisher from Negan. That's so much fun.
So good, right?
Yeah, just down forward 1-1 delayed is so good too. Wow, where did that Wild Stand 2 come from? He didn't get the combo though. No forward 4. Why?
Oh, the Rising Bat really was on the money there, but Ao just trying to win the poke department. Piyohiko trying to do the same. Ooh. Less frames. Uh-oh.
What? That was sick. Oh my gosh. Whoa! That was crazy.
Hey, Piyohiko. I mean, turning doubters into believers here, but
No. Oh, it was a good try. I mean, that Power Crush, obviously, it's a launcher, but it's also launch punishable on block.
that is true. And you could stop your offense just to punish accordingly, which is what Ao did.
Count, that's a wall splat.
There we go. Momentum is swinging in Piyohiko's favor here. Lights out. And Ao. Oh, wow. Struggling.
Bounce!
Oh, my goodness. Chasing him down. Weird splat there, but able to get that third round.
Right now, if you're Matsuba, though, you want Piyohiko to win this game. Take as many points away from Ao as possible.
Mm-hmm. Good defense on Ao's side. Being tested with the strings of Piyohiko.
Oh, beautiful.
Uh-huh. Side step hop kick. Ao being a constantly moving target. Shoulder to end it out.
Oh my gosh! Is it enough damage? The wall carry here? The wall's too close! The block from Ao! Ao's gonna hold on!
Ao taking it to the final round.
Oh my
Piyohiko
gosh.
wants to just get one round in. Let's do this with the Negan. He believes. We are Negan,
Matsuba
ladies and gentlemen.
needs Piyohiko to get this round, I think. Counter it, down back 3. Oh!
What a launch here. Ao spacing immaculately. Piyohiko now put in a very tough spot here.
Wait. Big down forward 2. Combo's gonna be weird. The wall's gonna be too close again, I believe. No, this time it's good. The blue stuff.
The drive.
What?
Set the combo.
No way. We're going the other way. Sidewall splat.
Uh-oh. 1, 2,
Oh my gosh.
the shoulder, the Iron Fortress. Ao gets 2-0 against Piyohiko, ending his run here.
Wow.
I believe that was so close.
That was craziness. Ao holds on there to get the 2-0. And man, now we got to look at that scorecard because if that was a 2-1 or something, it would have been more interesting. But I feel like Ao now definitely has the lead over Matsuba, as that'll be the last set as well in this group.
That's true. And let's take it back to that moment, right, where he was able to use the rage drive to reset the combo and get a new one. That was like, oh my god, this can happen. This can actually happen. But wait, it's Feng, ladies and gentlemen. We forgot the rage drive. It was blue stuff right off the bat. And I have to say, I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, but I feel like the players that chose Feng, they all won. Like when they chose Feng. So that's their
Piyohiko should have picked Feng.
He didn't get the memo. He didn't get the memo.
Damn, yeah, rough day for Piyohiko, definitely. Obviously tried out a lot of Negan today. The Negan, actually did the best we've seen it all night at that final game there, so that was a good showing at least at the end, but still unable to close out and had a couple of chances there, but Ao, man, he was so clutch. Honestly, if you look back throughout, I think the only set where Ao was clutch and it didn't close out was against Nobi, right? Still went to final around that situation. But here you see it, Ao with 1 point now, and Matsuba with 0, and that is our final set of the day for the group stages as well, because Ao versus Matsuba 0-0 and only 1 point. So I think whoever wins the set wins.
Yeah, Ao versus Matsuba, that's where it's all gonna lie down. I mean, this is gonna be very telling, so I'm excited to see that happen. But you know what, again, I just want to give a shout out once again to Piyohiko. Like, I'm excited to see him more in tournaments and bring out that Xiaoyu again. Guys, if you knew his run in top 16 to now, like, he wasn't even supposed to be here. He was the 17th place spot, but due to some technicalities, he was brought in, and what a showing in his top 16 performance. So I'm excited to see the journey ahead of him. So round of applause for him. But now, last game is going to be Matsuba versus Ao to settle the score, and it's so close, Rip. It's just 1 point. 1 point difference.
And there you see it. The trophy's there for Nobi, officially qualified into the winner's side of the bracket. So now our final match here does determine who will be joining into that top 4 from the loser side bracket. It will be either Ao or Matsuba. But again, whoever wins the set is going to be the one that gets out of here.
Yes, that is true. Feng mirror match. Let's see it happen.
Somehow, I don't think that's what we're going to get. But this is a wild match. Like, we looked at the names earlier. We said, okay, Nobi and Ao, they're probably the favorites that people recognize to make it out. But, anyone can make it out here. Matsuba could be the wild card. And this is what it comes down to, just one set, Ao and Matsuba. Matsuba's been very strong today. Obviously, Nobi had his number, but Nobi's also the player that he's most influenced by with the Steve Fox, and that's the character he picked against him. Ao doesn't have that power. Ao didn't influence him. Ao doesn't pick Steve Fox against him.
That's true.
So we'll see how Matsuba does. And I'm also curious what character he brings out. Is it going to be the Julia here, or will it be the Feng?
Yeah, and not to mention also Nobi got victories over everyone, so you can't really you could say the same for Ao, right? Like that one loss is definitely going to haunt him. Well, it's haunting them now because they have to face each other. But I would say Ao, with a great showing of that Feng, I'm not sure if he's going to bring it out again, but it's definitely going to give him that vote of confidence. And you have to admit, Matsuba is kind of the one that's been put on ice. So hopefully he's all warmed up for this match, because it's all going to come down to this. Who's going to make it out of the pools here, since Nobi has already secured a spot. And yeah, when it comes to Ao's characters, we did see the Feng, the Kunimitsu. I wonder if we did say he has that Pocket Noctis. He's also been trying, I think he brought out a Zafina 1 point. So
yeah,
there's a lot to think about. Oh yeah, the Miguel. His Miguel's crazy. Like, his
it's very good.
Super on point. Yeah,
he played Miguel quite a bit when he was kind of taking his break, I felt like. I think maybe in Tag 2 as well, actually. So Miguel, definitely one of his stronger characters, and I think that's a character that's underutilized, but not something that he probably needs in this kind of a situation. I feel like it's a wild card pick he brings out just in case he's having trouble with someone or something. But chat, I did see you ask, top 4 will be a winner's bracket and loser's bracket. So making it out the highest in your pool, that gets you on the winner's side. Getting out in second place in your group, that puts you on the loser side. So Nobi will be on the winner side of the bracket, which, of course, if you guys are familiar with the top 4, winner side of the bracket means you got to win one set, and then boom, you're going to Amsterdam, essentially. So we will see.
So I'm just thinking that Nobi is going to face Pecos in the winner side on the top 4, and now I'm pretty sure Obake is looking closely who he's going to face. It would be Ao, or will it be Matsuba? Because that's going to be the final match of this Pool B. In this very interesting format, this take no prisoners format. At least if we get to the top 4, we see some semblance of like, all right, this is like a tournament style format, and at least if you're able to make it to winners finals, you can secure your spot already to Amsterdam.
Exactly, but still gonna be a lot of pressure here. Here's the player card from Ao. We just threw it there, Poch.
Yeah, Al again. He loves jogging. He loves jogging.
Yes,
You can't read
nailed
that?
it.
Yeah, hobbies, jogging. Start in 2010. Oh, okay. I was going to... Weemaru like taught me a little bit.
Yes. it paid off,
Honestly, I
man.
was like,
Thanks, Weemaru.
Thanks, Weemaru.
See, I do a real good job of just throwing you under the bus there like that. That was nice.
That's
There
cool.
you go,
I was
Pots.
like, oh.
Handle it.
Handle the slide. Like learn N3 Japanese. So we'll see how that
yeah.
goes.
Started playing way back in 2010, I remember. You know?
That's true. Yeah, so we're going to head back to the stage here. And for those of you just joining us now, this is the final match of Pool B. It's going to be Matsuba versus Ao. Winner of this will be moving on with Nobi, along with Pecos and Obake. Those are the two that made it out of Pool A. Yes, Piyohiko did not make it out of this pool, as well as Rangchu. And, oh my goodness, who was the...
B-Kun.
B-Kun. Yes, B-Kun. Thank you. Again, this is a crazy format, and you can't say that you're safe unless you have your ticket to Amsterdam already.
That's true. But let's see, guys. This will be the final match here in the group stages. Ao versus Matsuba. And again, you know, it's all on the line here, man. This is it. You're either going to be going to the top 4 or you're not. You're out of the tournament. You're out of the year, essentially, right? You got to go to the LCQ, basically, at that point, if you want to have a chance at even making it into those TWT finals.
And the LCQ, if you think this format's brutal, dude, LCQ as well. You're gonna, I mean, technically, you're gonna see a lot of people that didn't make it to the group stages in the LCQ. So now we're gonna see Kunimitsu and Julia. Okay, to settle the score here. Ao versus Matsuba.
And we saw this earlier too, right? The Julia versus Kunimitsu matchup, and it's actually pretty decent on both sides. So let's see how it goes this time around. I believe this was actually the Rangchu B-Kun match that we saw.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, you've seen a lot of representation for Kunimitsu and Julia, but now Julia find herself back against the wall here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, at least that back two isn't like a wall splat knockdown anymore, so it's a nice little change.
Yeah, actually, I was reminded of that. I'm like, huh? Then back there?
But right now, Matsuba with rage gets kunai'd, and Ao with the first round.
Okay, good showing for Al, but again, this is definitely race to 2 here, so Matsuba has plenty of time to adjust, but he's got to do it fast.
Little party crasher action to start it off. Man, look at Ao's space control here, man. Even just dashing up to get the jab punish there. Got him, man. Her down forward one is so silly.
That's true. That was crazy.
Like the options after it, the fact it's delayable, how punishable it is after the second hit, the fact that it's still a third hit after that, especially when the wall's behind you, it's all too good.
Crazy good, right? So now Ao finding the momentum here, and Matsuba able to get the bow and arrow. Uh-oh.
Give me 2 of them. Give me 2 of them.
Yeah. 2-hit low Matsuba strikes and gets the round number 2. Oh, he's going low this time.
Nice conversion out of the float.
Ooh, give that blue mountain crusher. Now we see that Ao tried to DF2 his way out of it, but no, gets clipped, and Matsuba still keeping in his corner, takes the round.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is interesting. If he gets one game in, they're tied up.
Got him! Beautiful!
What a punish by Matsuba, the twisting arrow cannon. And my goodness, look at where we're at. Corner situation here for Ao. He's got to fight his way back to the center of the stage.
Full crowd sweep. Trying to make up his life disadvantage.
Able to duck the high. Ao has rage, but Matsuba has other plans. Ends it with a lashing arrow, and Matsuba gets one in. I would love to see the score update in real time here, but
Score
that's a
doesn't
good
matter,
showing.
though. Score is not going to matter
you're right.
because they're equaling up that the point differential between games is going to make whoever wins the set come out on top in points and win the head-to-head.
Correct. Yeah, that's true. A lot is on the line here. Ao still sticking with the Kunimitsu. Matsuba again with the Julia. This is the character that's brought him so much success, and rightfully so. He's able to stuff the offensive Kunimitsu. Good and strong showing. Now, no walls.
Yeah, and this is Ao's year on the line, essentially.
Right. Oof, a lot of pressure here. Matsuba could play spoiler for him. I love how they rock the whole intros out.
Might be
Tension is
tournament
in
mode.
the air. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm so used to online.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
dude, catching him. Matsuba, though.
Man, this is a
Overextension there.
really close round. Nice side step right there from Al. Oh my gosh, they were both going for the gusto, but Matsuba's gonna win it. And Al is in trouble.
Yeah, this is not looking too good for Al here. Matsuba, though, can't let go of the momentum. He's going to want to keep pushing forward. Okay, gets the plus frames, but oh, what a heartbreaker for Al.
Laid on the punish there. Man, nothing is working out for Al right now.
Matsuba, though, he's still gutsy with going for these lows. Oh,
Wow.
but the movement.
That was so sick there. Sidestep right, ducked for the high, got the launch.
Yep. Let's see if he can go back to that same type of hit and run play style. Matsuba, though, locking him down. Oh, Al has rage.
Lunge punch is good. The pixel. Down for two so far. Didn't get a whip punch. The hop kick from Al. Don't drop the combo, bro. Oh my gosh.
Cannot.
Oh my god. He didn't. Oh, is that too far? Oh, it hit.
Oh,
Bro,
my
that was
God.
scary. That was so scary. Al making it interesting.
In style, I would have to say. Man, that's actually good. At least he gained a little bit of confidence back. Look at the life. I mean, the pixel of health that was left. But now, I don't know if that deterred Matsuba in any way. Al's got to do that 3 times.
Jeez Louise.
Nerves of steel on both these players. But Matsuba, though, he's been winning in the poke department. But nice punish on Al's side.
Man, every round I feel like Matsuba has such a big life lead from these pokes.
Right? It's all adding up, but Al, you know what? He needs to get those big launches, but bow and arrow lands flush rip.
The pixel again, and this time the party crash. It is set point for Matsuba to go into the top 4.
Dude, Al is looking up for an answer here. Let's see if he's going to find one. Matsuba, though, his defense is just too good.
I mean, the offense is really breaking out down here. Al's tried a bunch of defensive option selects to try to get on these Julia mix-ups, but it is not working out. You can see the life here again. It's looking rough here.
Yeah, slowly dissipating, but now signs of life here. Good DF2. He's going to need more of that momentum.
Can Al stay alive here? His whole year on the line.
Matsuba, though, always so deadly, but Al grants him some
The
rage.
grab.
Escapes it.
The lunge punch. Double rage. The slide counter. It's final round. Game 2. Big exhale from Al. Here we go.
The
To
dream is
stay
still alive.
alive. Sweep time.
His whole year, like you said, Rip, is still on the line for him. So
Dude, his final rounds are crazy. Huge lead, and that's that. Al wins the game.
Oh, he's still alive here. Big sigh of relief here. Job is not over for these two. It's one apiece.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I mean, how more intense can it get? What a way to end out Pool B here.
He dropped the water.
You could drop all the water balls. Just don't drop the combos. That's fine. That's
That Rage Art combo was so close to being dropped too, right? I mean, he really went for the maximum combo there, and man, we are going back, I believe, to state select here.
Yeah, imagine, right? He wanted to kill, and that's how desperate he was to go for it. He'd gamble it all. His execution was still on point, because usually, yeah, you'd want to activate that Rage Art at the tail end, but he wanted to add more damage in. We're going to a smaller stage at Sook, so Nerves of Steel are going to be tested for both these players. Momentum still up in the air here, one apiece for Ao and Matsuba.
Matsuba wants the walls back. Here we go, final game of Group B. Kunimitsu Julia, Al versus Matsuba.
Okay. And just poking away at each other. The launch punch lands. Ooh, can't take too much of those.
Yeah, and Al was going for the down for 2 that time. Bow and arrow's good.
Oh my god, again. Hits flush, and now the plus frames. Ow! Ooh, getting caught coming in. With the 3? Okay.
First round of Matsuba.
Jab heavy, but Matsuba again back to that same rhythm and flow that got him so much success in the previous rounds.
And now finishing the strings here off that down forward one. No hop kick this time. Oh, wow. And that was a good call out there. Good defense from Al.
The party crashers now. Oh, completes the 3-hit string. Launch punch, whiffs.
Beautiful. That was all because the sidestep left there from Al. And this should be a wall carry as well.
Ooh.
Look, she gets the full combo with rage too. We're all caught in blue stuff. Oh my god, the bad trade for Ao, and Matsuba is on set point.
That was so unfortunate for Ao in that trade situation. Now Matsuba can reap the rewards here. That was such a good wall combo, by the way. Ooh,
Ao needs
fast.
3 rounds straight to get to the top 4 while standing 1-1's good here. Matsuba not letting him step. Beautiful step anyway. I'm doing it anyway. I don't care. Ao gonna find the wall here. Side wall splat though.
Wants to look for that success again. Ao now trying to pressure Matsuba, but
Power
no.
crush. Not the desk. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's not over. I know where this is headed. Round 4 incoming.
Here we go. Ao's waking up. Definitely a diesel start, but now he's all awake here. Like you said, 3 rounds straight needs to be gained by Ao.
But he's way behind you. This is trouble. Bow and arrow's good. Matsuba looking to close out. Al's got range. Sweep. That was a huge whip. It could have been a launch. I'll let him get up. Here's the sweep. Oh my god, double rage.
He spins it right away. Matsuba's rage. Launch punch gets blocked.
Oh, final round. Al versus Matsuba. I had a feeling. Here we go. 2-2.
Ao.
He messed with the full crowd sweep. Got the launch.
This is big for Ao. He gets the wall. So much damage here. Trying to pressure. Matsuba wants to look for a big launch here, but no, Ao.
That should be it. Ao brings it all the way back and gets it done. Ao is going to the top 4 of the Japan Regional Finals. Matsuba is out of the tournament, out of the year. Ao survives.
Ao with a big sigh of relief. He's still processing that. Look at his eyes, man. They're glazed, and you got to give it up to Matsuba, though. He was in control majority part of that matchup, and that's rough. Again, this format is really rough, ladies and gentlemen, but Ao was able to eke it out, and what a way to end the Pool B there. Just both players leaving it all on the line. Man, that was a tiring match for both these players.
That was
so intense.
Crazy. What an incredible match that was. And you know, you can talk about the format all you want, but that one just came down to 1 set, right? So either player, that was just a straight up tournament set between them to see who makes it to the top 4. Matsuba had the lead. He had the round lead in the final game. He had Ao on the ropes, and Ao was like, I'm not giving up. I'm not done yet. You want to talk about that Rocky music again? I ain't hear no bell. He brought it all the way back, you know? Damn, that was beautiful.
True. 3 rounds straight, and the way that Matsuba was suffocating him, like a very bullying style that could just unencourage any player, but not Ao, ladies and gentlemen. He was really able to grit his teeth in, and like you said, I think, Rip, this is what you predicted. Ao and Nobi were the favored ones, but by no means was it an easy journey for Ao to even get to the top 4 here.
Exactly. So nicely done there. Matsuba and Piyohiko, nice try, but it will be Nobi coming out on the winner's side of things, and Ao coming out on the loser side of things out here. And man, that Ao Nobi set was actually final round too, right? But here we go. This is the bracket, ladies and gentlemen. This is our top 4 bracket. This is what we're going to see later on today. This isn't some kind of tomorrow thing. No, we're continuing with this top 4 a little bit later. But Pecos versus Nobi will be the winner's final. Whoever wins that one, boom, they're going to Amsterdam, right? They're in the tournament. Then you got the loser semis. You got Obake versus Ao, Yoshimitsu versus probably Kunimitsu. We saw that matchup earlier. And Obake, you know, he's been looking good today. We'll see who makes it through here because, of course, you get that loser's final, and then 3rd place, you're basically going to be at least inside the LCQ.
Oof, I'm excited, guys. If you're just tuning in, tell everyone the top 4 is coming up. And also, if you guys want to stay connected with everything, follow our socials and keep up to the latest news related to Tekken content. Follow BNE Esports on Twitter for more exciting TWT updates. And also, www.tekkenworldtour.com. For Facebook, it's Tekken Americas. And for YouTube, it's BNE Esports.
Oh my gosh. Man, these groups, they were pretty darn good. I gotta say, man. Hope you guys all are watching or enjoying as well. If you guys are watching, wherever you're watching, make sure you guys click that follow button, subscribe button, whatever you gotta do to stay tuned to all this Tekken action. Of course, we're not done here yet tonight. We still have the top 4 to come to see which 3 players are going to Amsterdam. And this format, as brutal as it is, it gets worse because now you made it to the top 4, right? But you might still not go to Amsterdam. Like, one person out of that top 4 does not go. That's how it is. Just one of them.
That's painful. No, I would have to say, yeah, it gets more brutal. Like, right when you said, like, yeah, it's over, the suffering might be over. Nope, not quite yet. You gotta grit it a little more to be able to make it. But I would say Pecos and Nobi have, I would say, an easier time into it because since they're at the winners finals, they just have to get through that one hurdle, either one of them. But still, it's just all throughout. This whole Japan regionals has been so crazy as of late. I mean, if you look at the names that aren't on the board, ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy how they were not able to make it too.
Exactly, man. And, shout out to everybody. If you guys are looking down below all the names that have qualified for the finals, you see down there Korea, which just happened as well. Ni and Yonorang the Hwarang. The NA, we got Joey Fury and Speed Kicks. They were the latest qualifiers as well. Speed Kicks getting it done there over Anakin, actually. So Anakin now 3rd place at NA finals. He has a spot in the last chance qualifier as well. So that's incredible. Like, to think that Anakin has to be in there, and that last chance qualifier, of course. 3 players make it out of that one, right? So in the past when we did that, there's only 1 player who would make it out. But now the top 3 of that entire tournament, which is kind of similar to the format we have here, where 4th place, thanks for playing, but you're out. Top 3, you guys are moving on.
Oh, that's painful. Yeah, I'd have to say. And just think about the LCQ. It's gonna be a battle royale, so it's gonna be so crazy who's gonna make it out there. But at least it's gonna be 3 players. And like you said, also the upcoming Pakistan regionals is gonna happen, I think, 24 hours from now. So I wonder, that's gonna be crazy how that's gonna shake out. So, but right now it's all about the Japan region. You saw the top 4. My goodness, if you'd asked me ahead of time, who do you think is going to make it? I didn't think it would be like these names or in this type of format, but we are here. This is the timeline we are on. And just if you haven't seen Pool A, please watch it just to get context to how intense this top 4 is going to be.
Exactly. Every single game matters here. And just an unbelievable Group A. And, there's so many big names of players throughout this entire series who we have not seen qualifier here, right? Obviously, we talked about Chikarin and Shadow and Double and Pina, Ulsan, just on and on and on, right? There's so many players, and that LCQ it's there, man. I mean, we might see a bunch of these players, so I'm very, very curious. And of course, since the event is being held in Europe, I gotta believe that we're gonna have a lot of European players who do show up there at that LCQ and have a great shot at making it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna definitely defend the land and try to get their guys in those top 3 spots. So I'm really excited because all those names you said, like Pena, Ulsan, all those guys, Shadow. I mean, you could make a case that they could be TWT worthy, but now with this type of format, it's like really only the strong will survive. And I mean, just one mishap. I mean, Rangchu being our reference all throughout the day here. He just lost that one match, and it really haunted him because Obake was able to get the victory over him, and it really just it ended up like that. So you really can't play it too safe in this, or you can't be too experimental in this type of format.
Exactly, and that's exactly what happened to Shadow as well, right? I remember those. I think he used an Ana or something, and he lost one game. It's like, well, look at what happens when you lose just one game. So, anyways, format's rough, and we're not done, right? We're wrapping up Japan tonight. As you mentioned, in like 24, 26 hours, we got Pakistan coming up. They have their offline regional as well. And then we have everyone's qualified, and everyone's got to try to get to the LCQ afterwards. And then we have our TWT finals in February out in Amsterdam. So it's going to be a fun way to close out the year, of course. And if you guys were watching during the NA final, they had a little panel Harada and Michael Murray did out there, and they were talking about, potentially what could be
Ooh.
happening in the future regarding tours, specifically with Tekken 7, and where that could lead into something with Tekken 8 down the line. So it
go.
sounds like, you know, they're very aware of how this year has gone, and they're trying to remind everyone that, of course, this year was built when COVID was still an issue. Like this started like really late. Remember, Combo Breaker happened, but there still was no tour, right? They announced the tour during Combo Breaker, which is in May, so it was only really announced after that. So it was definitely one of the situations where, like, are we gonna do everything online again, or are we doing it online and offline or not? Who knows? But anyways, guys, we're gonna take a short break.